Hello, and welcome to the Northern Regional Medical Command News. I'm Ann Krebs. This is our first of our monthly shows highlighting the world-class health care provided at each of our military treatment facilities to soldiers, their families, retirees, and other beneficiaries. April is the month of the military child. The Northern Regional Medical Command sees caring for our youngest beneficiaries as a sacred trust. Behavioral health issues in children and other family members have been traditionally treated outside military treatment facilities. The Child and Family Behavioral Health System, or CAFBIZ, is designed to bring that care back to the medical home, where each patient's health care is coordinated through a primary care manager. In our first story, Dr. Mark Paris, NRMC Behavioral Health Consultant, tells us how the program will work.
It's not a very well-known fact that most of the behavioral health care that happens in this country happens within the primary care setting. So what we're trying to do is capitalize on that, provide the needed training that primary care managers need in these specialty areas so that they can integrate the behavioral health care into the overall care of children and families.
CAFBIZ behavioral health consultants will provide primary care managers with assessments and recommendations. The program has been approved by senior Army leaders and will go into effect soon. Recent reports of sexual harassment and assault in the military have triggered a robust response from the Army. The Sexual Harassment and Assault Response and Prevention Program, or SHARP, was developed to reduce and eventually eliminate incidents of sexual assault through training and education. Northern Regional Medical Command social work consultant Elizabeth Boyd says that when it comes to sexual harassment and assault, professionalism in the workplace is a key to prevention.
I'd like to remind folks when it comes to sexual harassment, that really starts with sexual innuendo and can build to sexual harassment. Sexual innuendo has no place in the work site, but when it's tolerated, it can quickly grow to be sexual harassment. And we also know that 1/3 of sexual assault is preceded by sexual harassment, and 2% of all the victims of rape are killed. This is a very serious problem, and we need to start right at the beginning. We need to remind folks to act responsibly, to act professionally, leave the sexual innuendo out of the workplace.
SHARP training is mandatory across the Army for soldiers and civilians. Professional credentialed assistants are available to victims, and leaders across the Army are committed to ensuring sexual harassment and sexual assault are not tolerated. The Army is in the business of creating leaders. The process starts the first day of basic training and lasts a lifetime. NRMC Command Sergeant Major Benjamin H.S. Scott Jr. tells a story with special resonance during Alcohol Awareness Month of one young NRMC leader who saw the right thing to do and did it.
Example of leadership from a 19-year-old young man who is sitting, if you can imagine, in his barracks room and they're playing their video games. And some of his buddies have been having some stuff to drink. And his buddy said, hey, we're going to go to Taco Bell. Do you want to get something? And the guy says, not one thing from Taco Bell, but you guys aren't driving, are you? Because I know you've been putting them away pretty good. And the guy says, oh, no, we're not going to drive. We're going to go ahead and grab a taxi. Okay, all right. Goes back to playing his game, but at the same time, he's keeping his eyes open and watching what his buddies are doing. So sure enough, what do you think the buddies do? They get their keys, they go down to the car, and this soldier, 19-year-old young man, PFC, E3 United States Army, runs downstairs, raps on the window, says, hey guys, I changed my mind, reaches in and grabs the keys from the vehicle. That's leadership. So leadership on doing the right thing, alcohol or anything else, doesn't matter on age. It matters on that you've been taught to do the right thing.
Command Sergeant Major Scott sent the parents of the young leader a note, thanking them for their role in the development of a fine Army leader. And that's Northern Regional Medical Command News for April. Join us next month for another show highlighting healthcare across the region. In the meantime, don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. Thanks for joining us.